Hello and welcome to today's pandemic update video for Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. We are continuing to watch the effects of the Thanksgiving holiday period. And we are continuing to see data come in, and we're starting to get a sense of how bad this surge is going to be post-holiday. And it's looking to me like it's going to be a fairly significant surge, like I have been saying for the last several days. And I see no reason why this does not, things don't continue to get worse. High transmission is 45.19% or 1,456 counties. Substantial transmission is 940 counties or 29.17%. Moderate transmission is 650 counties or 20.17%. Low transmission is 176 counties or 5.46%. Alright, taking a look at the variant proportions, we'll just do a few of them here. BQ 1.1 is the dominant variant at 29.4%, followed by BQ.1 at 27.9%, then BA.5 at 19.4%, then BF.7 at 7%. We have no new positive cases to report today, but I would like to give a little bit of a shout out to my website here, datareport.info. You can come here and you can find a wealth of information as I find new stuff like reports, positives, COVID treatments, discussions, even other stuff like influenza, all kinds of stuff. I'm added in here and trying to build up the biggest archive possible. Alright, moving over to Merdaiva and today's cases. Less cases than yesterday. I don't think they have finished updating here, but there's less cases than yesterday, which is often the case on Tuesdays. Then we'll see more tomorrow, and then the biggest reporting day of the week now is Thursdays. It used to be Wednesdays, now it has changed to Thursdays. So Thursday is going to be a very interesting day. 32,649 cases today. 318 deaths added. 224,000 new tests. And check this out. Hospitalizations, at least according to their count, is now at 32,662. That's an increase of 3,860. It continues. ICUs are now at 3,820. That's an increase of 414. So I did some diving into this, and what I found was let's do the hospitalizations first. I found California had a massive increase of 825, Texas up by 30, Florida up by 83, New York State increased by 296, and that does match with what they report on their website. Illinois increased by 101, North Carolina increased by 205, Ohio increased by 147, even here in Pennsylvania up by 89, Arizona increased by 129. So you see where I'm coming from here? Wisconsin now has 567 in the hospital. That's an increase by 103. Check this out. Colorado, 523 in the hospital. That's an increase by 187. Missouri, 832 people in the hospital. That's up by 225. And Nevada, 300 people in the hospital. That's up by 168. So there were some really big increases in some of these states. Alrighty, let's take a look at today's cases. New York reports 3,857 cases. Illinois, 2,536. Michigan, 8,831. New Jersey, 2,283. Virginia, 1,654. Wisconsin, 5,531. Maryland, 2,608. Puerto Rico, 694. And I should add, Puerto Rico hospitalizations are on the rise. Arkansas, 604 new cases. Connecticut, 729. New Mexico, 848. West Virginia, 289. New Hampshire, 531. Delaware reports 663 new cases. That's a big increase for them. Maine, 470. Wyoming, 499. And speaking of Maine, wait until you see the positivity rate in Maine on Walgreens. First off, New York State, 3,857 cases today, with an 8.3% positivity. That's the highest positivity we've seen yet in the colder season here. Alright, New York State had 2,887 hospitalizations last week. They have now jumped all the way up to 3,183, and there's now 305 people in the ICU. Speaking of hospitalizations, here's the HHS hospitalizations. I don't want you to read much into this. I think there's some glitches here. I was looking at some of the individual states. Like, for example, when you click on California, it's not showing the correct number. It's showing a completely different state when you click on California. So I'm thinking this number is relatively underdone. But HHS today is reporting 29,740 with 75.15% of all beds being used in the country and 4.75% of them being used for coronavirus. I do expect the HHS to be over 30,000 hospitalized tomorrow. Alrighty, coming over to the Walgreens Index. As you can see here, the amount of red is continuing to grow. The positivity nationally is continuing to go up. Things are continuing to get worse. 34.2% positivity this week. It was 31% last week. That's a difference of 3.2%. Now keep in mind here, this is a big disclaimer. There are some areas with less testing, and the national testing is way down. The first state I'm going to show you is Maine. They have a really high positivity rate, but keep in mind, their testing is significantly down. Maine is coming in at 48.6% positive. The prior week they were 18.4% positive. That's a difference of 30.1%. I mean, look at the chart here. It's going straight up. However, current week total tests, 35. Prior week total tests, 103. That's a big drop in testing. And that's part of the reason why their positivity's up. But also, legitimately, we're coming off a holiday, and yes, cases are rising there. Okay, Vermont. Vermont reports 23.8% positivity. That's a difference of 15.2%. 21 total tests this week so far, 35 total tests last week. Massachusetts, big increase in positivity, 33.9% positive, prior week 25.1%, difference of 8.8%, and as you can see here, the current week 168 tests, previous week 346 tests. So that's a big reduction in the number of tests. Here, not so much a big reduction in Kansas. 38% positivity this week, 28.1% positivity the prior week, difference of 9.9%. Only 7 tests this week. 353 tests this week, 360 last week. That's not a big difference, and yet the positivity, as you can see here on the chart, zooming in, is literally going almost straight up. Not good. So that's really bad. Let's take a look at Florida. Florida is now starting to go straight up. It looks like they may have leveled a little bit on the top. Florida, again, significant decrease in testing. 31.9% positive this week. 24.1% positive last week. 7.8% difference with total tests 2,838 last week. 3,666 this week. And we'll just do one more. Let's end here on Texas, shall we? Texas, 35.9% positive. Last week was 37.9% positive, difference of 7.9%. Current week total testing, 4,181. Prior week, 4,176. So you can see here with Texas, they're actually testing more people this week than the previous week, and yet the positivity is continuing to go up. And you know what? Let's continue this and take a look at Oklahoma. Because, as you saw here, Texas had an increase in testing. Kansas had an increase in testing. How about Oklahoma? Haha. Oklahoma, 323 tested this week. 29.7% positivity. Prior week, 22.8% positivity. 298 tested. Difference of 6.9% on the positivity rate. So even in Oklahoma, more people are getting tested, and the positivity rate continues to rise. How about Louisiana? I'm curious. Did it spread down there? No, but you know what? It's only 10 tests less. So 31.6% positivity in Louisiana this week, 20% even last week. Difference of 11.6%, but there's only a 10 test difference. 215 tests this week, 225 last week. Hello. These are major red flags here. That's 4 states I just showed you where testing is either slightly less from last week or more than last week, and the positivity continues to shoot straight up. Not good. let's take a look at the positivity rate in Texas on their dashboard. Still 10.89%. Didn't update today. Hospitals in Texas are at 1,464 people hospitalized. And yeah, still just 35 ICU beds left for kids. That's extremely concerning. Alrighty, thank you for watching today's video. And takeaway from today's video is things are continuing to get worse. We will learn more in the coming days. Tomorrow, my state, Pennsylvania, will do the weekly update. I'm very interested to see how bad that's going to be. And then Thursday, we get a whole bunch of states. California, Texas, I believe, comes in again on Thursday. Florida might do an update Thursday. Yeah, there's a lot of states that come in on Thursday. I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but yeah. So, stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching this video, and if you could be so kind, hit like and subscribe down below, and share these videos as much as you can, because we need to get the message out that things are getting really bad right now. Alrighty, see you all next time.